Going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, got a story out of Houston where I'm at. Shout out Houston, and it's not a good one. Before I start the story, let me just say this to you guys. Nobody will ever care for your children the way you care for them. Why? Because they're your children. Regardless of your connection with somebody, be it friend or family, a lot of times people don't have the same sentiment about your children as you do, especially in times of need where you need them to care for your child under any situation. Today I want to talk about a story in which a woman was arrested November 29th. This woman right up here, her name is Tamaria Barnett, or Tamara, depending on how you pronounce this. 30 years old. Woman's a piece of crap, in my opinion. Why? Because the day she was arrested, a couple days before that, she physically beat a 4-year-old girl so badly she's hospitalized and is still hospitalized, and doctors are saying she may not make it. Now, this woman right here was watching or caring for a child of her friend who's previously been sent to prison in September, October, November, and now this. Take a look at this story. There is no excuse for this, and she needs to be shown the flowers immediately. Take a look.
Woman accused of beating a 4-year-old she was supposed to be caring for will be back in court for a bond review.
30-year-old Tamaria Barnett is charged with injury to a child, and we do want to warn you that some of what you might hear could be disturbing to you. Our TJ Parker is live outside of Texas Children's Hospital, where the 4-year-old is recovering this morning. So TJ, what more can you tell us about this crime?
Yeah, guys, this is just such an awful story to report this morning, but we know that that little girl was rushed to Texas Children's Hospital last week with life-threatening injuries. She remains here at the hospital and she is in critical condition. And according to court documents, sadly, we have learned that she isn't likely to survive. We want to show you the woman that is accused in this. And again, she is going to be in court later this morning, but here she is, 30-year-old Tamaria Barnett. Deputies arrested her last Friday. They say the 4-year-old had been living with Barnett since September while the girl's mother was in jail. So again, she is due in court later this morning, guys.
Yeah, and TJ, I know that you've been looking through court documents. A lot of times they will give more details into the crime, like who discovered that this child had been abused. I mean, what are those documents saying? Anything more?
Yeah, you know, we talk about just how disturbing this case is, and those court documents really, truly show that. We understand through court documents that as this little girl was living with Barnett is accused of beating this child daily for months, since September, actually. They go on to say that Barnett violently assaulted the child, causing those life-threatening injuries using items like a belt, a cord, the suspect's hand, and an unknown object. All of this to hit the child. Just absolutely disturbing here. Barnett also had a few previous assault charges we have learned as well, or a previous assault charge from a few years ago where she actually went to anger management class and her charge was dismissed after this. But again, she is now charged with injury to a child in this most recent case.
And TJ, is she out right now? I mean, she's supposed to be in court today, but like, is she out of jail right now?
Yeah, so she is out on bond. Her bond was set at $100,000, but as we've been mentioning, she is due back in court at 9 this morning for a bond review. So, of course, we're going to have a crew there, and we'll certainly let you know what happens with that.
All right, thank you, TJ Parker, reporting live for us this morning.
Unacceptable. Now, they say the abuse started days after the mother was incarcerated or sent to prison. Now, regardless of the situation, because there's so many different things we could talk about with this situation. The mom's in prison. It is what it is. How she got there, whatever. She entrusted this woman right here, Tamaria, with the upbringing of her child. Now, one of the things I'm wondering is if this woman right here, this big chick right here, had kids herself. Because a lot of times, if you don't have children, and you're just dropped with the child on you, and in the heat of emotional, times, oh, I'll take care of her, and then you realize it ain't as easy as you think. A lot of times, that disappointment turned into hatred for the wrong person, the child. The way they said she was beating on this girl, you know what I'm saying, hitting her with objects, her hands, belts, all kinds of stuff. She's only 4 years old. What do you have? Why did she have to succumb to them type of injuries and that type of stuff? You beat on this child like she was a woman. And this is a big chick, well over 200 pounds, and you fighting on a 4-year-old girl that can't take that with the bone structure she got. It's like people kill kids because they're kids. Kids are going to do crazy stuff. My 8-year-old daughter do some of the goofiest stuff, but I mean, I understand she's a kid. I did goofy stuff. So did a lot of you. Hell, all of us did. Can you imagine her mom in prison? I already feel bad, I guess, away from her daughter. Now, yeah, the lady, your girl killed your baby. It's horrifying. I don't think she feels she failed her kid. In addition to when she went to jail, she probably felt like she failed a kid. But, I mean, come on, man. Come on. I wonder if CPS was even involved in the situation. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, you know, frogs, I'm sorry. As far as the situation of knowing where the child was at, who the child was with, so on and so forth. Because I'm going to tell you something. If this woman was getting benefits for holding on to this child, that's even worse. That's even worse. This little girl right now, ladies and gentlemen, is fighting for her life in a hospital, Texas Children's Hospital downtown in Houston. And she don't even have a damn mom to comfort her. All because somebody was upset about the situation and upset about something this child did and put the wrath and the weight of the world on that person's shoulders and put the frustration and anger in physical form into a child that had nothing to do with it. That's why I say she need to be shown the flowers. She has a bond. How does she even have a bond, ladies and gentlemen? You beat a child possibly to death. All these different guidelines and what says when do you get money or get a chance to get out. You beat a child possibly to death. How do you have any bond? Now, I'll tell you the justice system's a fucking joke. I don't know what to tell you. Think about it. In life, you either do or you do not. And the effect is this. How do you get a chance to get back out at freedom if you have enough money after fucking a child up, they can't get out the hospital and walk down the street right now? Where's the fairness in that? Where's the justice? I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Listen, every grown-up knows they can obliterate a child if they let their emotions get the best of them. But she beat on this child so much it became normal. And it might have became normal for the child too. And that's horrific. Unacceptable, unexcusable. Get her the fuck out of here. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.